Generic greetings and welcome back to Airships Conquer the Skies. Once again, in the previous episode we made the Dresden class, which a lot of people have remarked looks like a train. I think technically they mean locomotive, it's only a train when you've got the carriages on the back and such, but either way, yes, that's what we've made, and it's a very, very good, highly effective bomber. We also have the Charger version 2, which is basically an upgraded Charger. It's got a higher service ceiling and grape shot cannons on the front, so hopefully a very fast reactionary vessel. We also have the fairly terrible Death Rattle, which we will probably scrap at some point because I don't think it's really of any use. What I want to do this episode is make some inroads into this guy's territory. As you can see, there's only 3 empires remaining. We've got the purple guy on the left, this sort of beigey one in the middle, and then green on the top right. So the problem we have is that this guy here controls 4 major cities. This one here, Dingleton, being the sort of fight zone of the century. If we look at it, we can see they've only got 1 defensive structure, so we should be able to take that out very quickly. So what I want to do is take that out. However, we have a bit of a problem. Their vessels that they have are over here, and they tend to be quite quick, so we need to jump into that very quickly and take it. Now, we could use the charges. They should be quick enough to take that. However, what I'm worried about is if they don't take that and then these guys come and counter-attack, so that could be a bit of an issue. However, we do also have Charger version 2s and also the Dresden class on the way. What we're going to do is move the Dresden class over to here, and then we will we'll probably move it to here, but I'm going to scrap the Death Rattle because I think the do I want to discard it? I think I do. Actually, no. Can we scrap it? I think if we move it over to a city, we might be able to scrap it. Let's just see what happens there. Oh, look at that. We've had a revolt over there. That's an interesting one. So, research is now complete the gyroscopes, which gives us turrets, which is good. And what I want to do now is go for triplanes, because we want to make a carrier. But I do have an idea for a different vessel, which we'll be making in a moment. Yes, we'll scrap that, yes. So we can scrap it when it's in a major city, or a city, regardless of size. Unsea is not very major, it's quite tiny, as you can see from the shipyard there. So I want to make another vessel, and what we're going to do is we're going to go over to probably the... that's a small shipyard, this is a medium one. So we'll go to Design Ship, and we want to make something that we can... It's going to be similar in terms of its function to the bomber. So it's going to be quite a high service ceiling, and it's going to be up there firing rockets and other things down. But what I want to base it off is the ventral turret. So it's going to be about that size, okay? And it's just going to be basically a spire. So we'll have that, and I thought I had rockets. I apparently don't have rockets. That's going to put a bit of a temper on this one. We could instead just go for lots of grenades and just use grenades going down, but that's not entirely what I wanted. Let me just check to see how long it would take for me to get rockets. Rockets is there. I might go ahead and get rockets first before I make that. Anyway, let's just move the charges over to there. This is a more centralized area. We'll move the Dresden to the center, and what I want to do is I want to take that city, and I think these charges should be able to do it. So I'll move probably... I'll probably just move them, attack them now, and they should be able to take that over very, very quickly. We'll also invade with our Dresdens there, our Dresden singular. We've only got one there. So here's our fight. This is the charges against this little defensive structure there. We will start the fight, and immediately we will pause it. We're going to get both of those and say move, and then move right on top of it. So here we go. They have got... grape shot, but only the one of. But there you go, you can see they've... Oh, it's victory. So they've surrendered straight away. We're going to go for a gentle takeover there. There we are. And you can see this guy is moving over to Inekbruch, or whatever it's called there, because they are going to try and defend it. However, the problem is that the Dresden won't be able to fight those because they've got a lot higher service ceiling, so we're not going to be able to do anything there. So instead what we'll do is we'll move them over to... Well, actually, I'm going to move them to Dingleton, but before they get there, I'll move the other one to Spelford, so we'll take over, hopefully, what's in here, which is actually a different defensive structure. Fine, we've seen something different. So they've got rockets on here and a couple of rifles. That shouldn't be a big problem. It is currently raining, and we've got some... lightning as well. I'm going to start that. I've just split them up because I don't want them hitting each other. And again, what we'll do is we'll charge them straight at them there, and we'll see what we can do. So there's the rockets coming in. Obviously, we're moving so fast that the lead time on the rockets is fairly terrible. We'll say board ship, and they should be able to just jump off and then take that over very, very quickly, regardless of what damage we take. We've lost the front section of the charger, but that shouldn't be a that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm going to move this one back over to there. I'm going to move that one. No, I'm not anymore because it's just blown out the sky. But we have captured that, and there we go. So we've got that defensive structure, so we've captured that, so we take that, and the charger is now immobile, so it's destroyed. So we'll go for a gentle takeover on that one again, and we do have one charger left. Now, we could try and attack this. Well, we might as well. We'll see what we can do. So this is going to be similar sort of thing. We'll start the fight. I'm not too bothered about losing these things because they are so... I wouldn't say they're expendable, but because they're so cheap and because they generally only really have one purpose, which is pretty much this. And the version 2s are out now anyway, so obviously we want to upgrade them there. Looks like we've lost immediately the front little section there. What I'm going to do is move them back over so the rifles at the back aren't stopping. As you can see, our troops are going along and assaulting all of them, but they're probably going to win this fight by the look of it. I'm losing more troops than they are, so I don't think I'll be able to win it. We still have some troops on there, and they are fighting. Our grape shot cannon is still in existence, although sadly the ammo is not, and then it's gone. So, are they surrendering? Looks like... Oh no, they're cheering. They're not surrendering. Defeat. So we've lost the charger, which is a shame. So anyway, we've lost the charger. They've now taken over this territory here. I don't know if that territory, because that revolted, I don't know if that will be able to then... be able to build up more forces. I don't think it will because it is, after all, just a town. Anyway, what I want to do is go to build ship, and we're going to build the Charger version 2, and then we'll crack on with that one because we do want some more reactionary vessels. Like I said, the whole point in this play is that we don't build too many defences. I am building these Dark Cube version... Oh, there's a Dark Cube version 3 we could build. Dark Cube... yeah, that's a thing. Do we build Dark Cubes? Ooh, that's a question. The V2 is expensive now. We'll just put another Black Citadel in there. Yeah, the whole point is that we don't build a lot of defences. I mean, we'll build enough. We'll build enough to hopefully defend an area. But what we're trying to do is react to whatever comes at us. So we're on normal speed. We keep an eye out. If we see things coming, we will react to that and get things moving on. There we go. So straight away, you can see this guy is attacking at Spelford. So I'll move my reacting vessels and I'll put them there. And it looks like a fire caused by a foreign agent is destroyed at Iron Fort in Spelford. So they are actively trying to destroy that one. We're going to move those over to there. We'll move the... Actually, that's the Dresden. So I'll move the Charger over there and the Charger to Dingleton. There we go. So we now have a group of the Chargers, 3 of. And we have more money, so we'll go to build ship, and we'll just build some chargers. We've not actually used these ones in anger, I don't believe. We haven't built... we've built lots of them, but we haven't used them a lot, if at all. Build ship, another charger. Or do I want to do another charger? Yes, we should be able to build another charger. I could have built it there. I could have added multiples, but I'd rather build them in 2 areas and do it that way. So what I'm going to do is going to send over the bomber. Oh, which now for some is... Yeah, they've turned round. Yeah. I want to send the bomber over the Dresden to take these out. And oh, I didn't realise they have 2 of those. So this is going to be a test for the Dresden because it is now going to be able to verse... Well, it's now going to be able to get shot at. And it's now versing an enemy that has rockets that can hit me back. So we're just going to go above them. Like so. You can see rockets are coming around us. And... the problem is I'm going to have to sit above them, which means they can attack with all of their weapons. I could back up. And only get attacked off some of them, but then only half of our bombs will be in range. Sadly, we have taken extensive damage already, as you can see. Rockets are doing a hell of a lot of damage. I am tempted to flee, but it looks like it's too late. The Dresden class has fallen out of the sky. But it does still have engines. Nope, it does not. And that is a loss. Defeat. It did surrender, and it's been lost. Yes, rockets have taken that out very, very quickly. So, what we'll have to do is be a bit more cautious on that one. Let's move these over to the individual cities. That's twice now we've tried to take that out. I'm going to send a spy over there because I want to see exactly what they have. It looks like this guy is assaulting Tibia, and they do have defenses there. I'm just worried about what that is. And what I might do is I might actually intercept them. I'm going to send a spy over there as well because I want to see what forces he has, because if I can take out their fleet, then we should be alright. There's rockets done, so that'll help me to build what I wanted to do. So let's go over to design ship, and it's going to be a, where is it? A ventral turret. I mean, I could build that, just that. No, that wasn't the plan and still isn't, although I must confess it does have something going about it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our rockets on the front with obviously the gun on the bottom. We could place it like that, but does it really matter? It sort of does, because what I want to do is I want to put behind these, I want to put the ammo, although right at the bottom we're going to have a fire point. We're also going to have one up above as well, but we'll get onto that in the future. So that'll be shifted around. I'm not going to leave it there. I'm just placing one, so reminding me of where something's going to go. We want some resources, being ammo. I could do that. I could do that. I don't know whether it's a great idea, but we'll see. In terms of armor, by the way, it's going to be steel wall. And the question is, how big or expensive do I want this thing to be? I mean, we could have a machine shop just above it and have it so it sort of floats. That's not bad. Have it like that and have it so it sort of has its engines and stuff aft here. I was just going to try and make it a big spire, but I don't mind it like that, because then I can curve it round and it does look like a sort of knife type thing. Let's go with that over a lack of a better design. We want to go to the lift and propulsion. We want to have a suspendium chamber, and honestly I think we want to have 2 of them, which gives a 269 meters service ceiling, which isn't terrible. Not great, but not terrible. Command and crew quarters sadly don't have any, doesn't have any walkways up here, but we'll see about that. Actually, what we might be able to do is change the design of it just a little bit, so it's just a bit more well designed. I'm tempted to use balloons, but every time I use balloons it falls out the sky when you look at it, so maybe not. I don't think where that is terrible. We just need to put coal in, which if I do that, coal store there, and I don't need this to be terribly fast. I need it to be, actually no, speed is key actually on this play. Could do that. I mean, that's speed 79 kph. Is that enough coal though? I don't think it is. That's not terrible. It's not terrible actually. So we'll go with that. In terms of command and crew, main crew 16. That's 24. We'll undercrew it. Or we'll have it at least that, like that, I think. Telescope goes there. Haven't got a sick bay or anything like that, but I don't know if we really need one. A bridge. We do really need a bridge, ideally. What I'll do is I'll put a bridge here. I'll put a crow's nest there. And a corridor with ladder there. I'm still undercrewed, but I'll use berths instead. Because berths have the ladders, you see. And what I'll do is it'll give it a bit more shape anyway. And that's okay. So, that's fine. What else do we need? Well, we need supply hatches, and other than that, not too bad. We could have some defences. We currently don't have anything to stop any borders. So, in terms of troops, we've got a guard post. Guard barracks. I think because of its 169 meters service ceiling, no, it's not going to be flying too high, is it? I think we'll not bother. We'll just accept that we might get boarded, and if we need to make a version 2, we'll make a version 2. So that's probably undercrewed, is it? Crew 24, recommended 18. There we go. And it gives us some shape on the back, which we'll alter anyway with other bits, maybe. Right, so we need some supply hatches. Steel supply hatch. No. There we go. And armour, as you can see, is on. In terms of shapes, do we want to shape it up a little bit? See, I like these curves here. But we're going for more of an angular design with a lot of these, so we'll do that instead. Which, sadly, it is all over the place, the shape of it, but hey-ho. We can manage that. And that's an interesting one. Actually, what, you know what we could do? Put like a figurehead in there. Don't actually mind that where it is, but we will have to block that off. I'll finish the back off first though, because it's only one little section. There we are. And it has dropped the height of it somewhat. It's not going to be the high level-ish thing that I imagined. What we need is the large suspendium chamber, similar to this. But we don't have it, so we can't. 140 meters. I think there's going to be a version 2. I think this is not ideal, but it's a big canvas to shove this in though, so we might as well go with that. And then we'll have a nameplate. Currently called the Locust. So the last one was called Dresden, even though it was a little bit crass of me. Balance. Right, we'll call it the Coventry then. Right, okay, so we'll save the design. There might be a version 2, but we'll build that one straight away. And we'll see what this is like. And we'll unpause it. And again, just keeping an eye to see what they send our way. So, spies active here, view the city. We'll destroy that tiny little bit because we can. It's only a tiny bit. Oh, and they're running off. Oh, interesting. So they're attacking there. This guy's attacking. Oh, he's not attacking. He's regrouping over there. That's good. I wanted to see what's in their city, though, and I didn't manage to do it. Let's send a spy over there. We have more than enough money to do that. They've got some defences there. These defences are a lot more difficult for me to take out. Waiting for this spy to get active, and we'll view the city, and their defences are... Ah, it's the high-level bombers. Right, okay. So, reacting vessels, then, is the way forward to take those out. And we were originally going to make a carrier, which, as we're going for triplanes, we'll probably do that, because I think those will probably do it quite well. Yeah, large suspendium chambers would be great for our next thing. So, Dingleton partially recovered from the war. So these high-level bombers... Oh, there you go, there's another revolt. And turtle doves are nesting there as well. Nice. We'll just knock up a smidge. This reacting vessel is now finished. Yeah, that's Charger version 2, that's Charger version 2's. We're actually going to meet that over there. See, he's making very good inroads. So I'm going to move our, very, very slow Coventry over. And we're going to try and take this out. We've only got the one. I could destroy it, for £1,000, but I don't want to do that. I want to try this Coventry out. It's very, very slow, but we've got loads of money there as well. So here we go. That is its service ceiling, I believe. Yes, it is. It's not enough to get over that. But we don't need to, actually. We don't need to, technically. We've got a good thing, though. We've got distracting light from the west, means that shots fired from right to left are less accurate. That is good. Speaking of... oh, no, we will be able to go over that. So we'll go to there. So there's their rockets coming in. There's ours going out. Now, they have the advantage being on the ground. And let me put on aim fire here. On the ground and having better armor. However... I'm manoeuvring, hopefully, into a decent position. I think I might have overdone it, so I'm just going to back up just a smidge there, just so we can, well, so we're not getting attacked from the back. We have taken a hit, but as you can see, it is working out. Well, I like the Coventry class. I like it a lot. There's the rockets going out. We've got shots from the bottom. Oh, good grief. Yeah. This is good. Looks like, unless something major happens, that's a win. Because they've got only one weapon left. Oh no, it's just split in twain. Although, no, it does have 2 little rifles. And no ground quarters. We'll go with a brutal takeover because there's nothing for them to lose. That's the thing with that. If you... When you take stuff over, the difference is, I believe, the gentle one, you get everything there. The brutal one, you couldn't destroy stuff, and the pillages just rip everything off and get some money, I think. But that has now been taken over. This one, however, I don't think we'll be able to take over with the Coventry. Just a foreign troublemakers has broken away from the Empire. What? I'm sorry, what? Apparently, that's just revolted, and because of that, they've now taken the Coventry. Plus 10 generic disapproval points for that. Oh, okay, this is an interesting one. That's never happened before. I mean, we've had revolts in our empire, and maybe that's one of the reasons why you shouldn't do a brutal takeover. But that's something that I've never seen before when it comes to the ships getting taken as well. So next episode, we're going to send our charges and we're going to capture back our own ship. Because I don't really fancy that thing coming at us. As we've just seen, it is quite effective. So that's going to be next episode. We'll also make a carrier, I think, because... it's sort of overdue. Next episode, we'll crack on and do just that. As always, if you have enjoyed the video, thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.